Hey YouTube, Mark Hoffman here, and today I want to talk about the Victorinox Elinox series of knives. Now these knives, as far as my research has gone, were produced from the 70s to the early 90s. Now I may be incorrect on that. I'm not an expert, so don't take my word for gospel here. What's different about this though is that we have a different shield on this knife. Now the other thing you'll notice is the color is different as well. Here is a modern day Spartan, and then here's your Elinox. It's more of a fire engine red or a bright tomato red compared to your darker crimson red of the Victorinox line of knives. You also have a shield here that is not applied. This is more of a stamped and then silver etched shield. Now, how do you know it's an Elinox? Well, we have Elinox stamped on the blade. Then on this side, we have nothing stamped on the blade. We also have, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it show, but we have a stone washed blade. Now, this is a very light stone washing, but it comes out better on the cap lifter's end. Now here I'm gonna compare the cap lifter on the Elinox to a modern day Spartan, and we will almost immediately see a difference. See how hazy the Elinox is compared to the Victorinox? So it's not as refined or as finished as the Victorinox. Then you'll also see, you see how the milling here wasn't really complete, whereas this one was. Now we're comparing different aged knives here. The manufacturing process may have been different, but you can see that corners were cut on this to bring it to market cheaper. The other thing I did notice was that Victorinox made the screw, the corkscrew, out of a different material. Now, can you see the difference in coloring there? One is almost a goldish color, and then this here is a more silvered color. Now, what that tells me is this is a plated metal or a low-grade alloy metal versus a high-grade steel. So that probably helped with the cost. And what we also have here, now this is an older one, so you're not going to have a hole here, reamer and punch. But what we also have that's different is no toothpick and no tweezers. So that's very interesting. This is a very interesting, and I had to pick this one up. This one I did get on eBay. I did pay a little bit for it, but primarily because of its condition. It was in really good shape, wasn't abused. Now, the difference here is you're thinking, well, I've seen this shield before. That looks very similar to this shield. Okay, now this is a Victorinox Waiter. This is the Victorinox Economy line. Now, you also have a difference here that it doesn't say Economy on it. It just says Officer Swiss. So we also had a difference here that this one does say Victorinox, doesn't say Economy. But there are knives out there, this is one I'll be doing a video on later, that do say Victorinox Economy. So they are out there, and they do exist. But we do not want to get that confused with the Elinox line. They are different. The Economy line still used steel parts. So the Elinox line was a different line and used probably different processes to produce this end product of knife. So I just wanted to bring this knife to your attention because it's very unique I think it's very beautiful, the color here. And it's something that I get asked a lot about. Oh, is my Victorinox genuine? Oh, I didn't know this was a line of knives or this and that. Well, now you know. At least this is a model that you can see and you can know for a fact that it is something of genuine production. And you can see here the difference in the coloring and in the logos. So I think it's an interesting knife. Don't pay too much for it though. I paid $25 for this. Don't pay more than $40. It's not worth it unless you're wanting a really good example. So I really appreciate you guys taking a look at this video, and I'm so glad I could bring this unique knife to you onto YouTube. And if you like my videos, like and subscribe. I'm not trying to become a huge big deal, but I am wanting subscribers to see what I have to offer them. So I appreciate you taking a look. Thank you so much for joining me. Appreciate it.